So this is it, I've done it. This is my ultimate big game hunting rifle. It's light, powerful, and it's darn looking good. Hi everyone, Audron here, welcome to Wild Bush and Grit. Super excited to present to you today my big game hunting rifle. It took me a while to make this video, and I bought this rifle last year. I had some issues, which I will explain a little bit later, but it's ready, and I'm super excited to put it to the test this season. Quickly, what it is, well, it's a Christensen Arms chambered in 6.8 Western. If you know the 7mm Remington Magnum, you know what the 6.8 Western can do. The model is Mesa FFT, and it's a carbon stock, extremely lightweight. The rifle alone is about 5.7 pounds. Very light. Remington 700 clone, short barrel, 20-inch, radial brake at the end to tame down that heavy recoil, and the barrel is threaded, so I could remove that brake and put just a thread protector to even shorten it and lighten it a little bit. The scope is no joke. The scope is a Maven. A lot of people don't know about Maven scope. They are honestly, they are a fantastic scope for the prices. This is their ultralight scope. Not a lot of glass in it, very small, and it's a 38mm at the front. It's a 1-inch tube. It's a second focal plane. No fluff, no electronics, nothing. Very, very basic, pure functionality, no nonsense type of scope, which translates into that weight, which is about 12.4 ounces. Very light. The power is 2 to 10. That's plenty for me. You know, the 6.8 Western can drop down the moves at 500, 550 yards. For Quebec, that's plenty. And that 10x is about just right to do that. The scope itself has very nice cap here protecting the windage and the Elevision turrets. It's very positive. You can feel the click. It's very smooth. The ring itself for the power magnification is a little bit stiff, a little bit, okay? And I can see if you have wet hands out in the wood and you have to change it, how it can be a little bit tedious. But other than that, I'm very, very happy with the scope. The glass is really, really clear. Going back to the rifle, so the carbon stock Remington 700 clone, the bolt is quite smooth, okay? It's as smooth as my Bergara, okay? If I had to do like a blind test, I don't think I'll be able to tell between my Bergara and the Christensen Arms. I knew if it was my Tikka. This is not Tikka, but you know, it's very good, but not Tikka good, if you know what I mean. The rifle has a floor plate, so no magazine. For me, that's a plus. I'm a very forgetful person. I went to hunt up north, and I forgetting magazine. I had to single load my 22 rifle to shoot birds, and that was no fun. So you know, things like it happens to me. I don't want it. The least amount of things that I need to think about, the better, and the floor plate helps me do that. Very positive opening here, so you can drop everything out to empty your rifle. It's a 2-position safety, fire safe. What I wish here, however, was that the safe position would lock the rifle. I love my rifle being locked when I'm walking, because sometimes things get snagged, bolts open up. You know, it's not great. And the other thing I wish, but of course I wasn't expecting that, but I wished it had a set trigger. I have that on my CZ527, and all rifle who doesn't have that feature, I'm like, I really miss that feature, because lightening up the trigger when needed is a huge advantage, in my opinion. And yeah, so the barrel is Cerakoted, burnt bronze, looks fantastic, matches the paintwork on the stock. The stock is well finished with a really, really nice rubbery pad here at the back. This really helps, you know, taming down that 6.8 Western's recoil. It's a Magnum, right? So there is some recoils to it, and especially if you remove the muzzle brake, then the recoil is even heavier. So yeah, so that butt pad is much appreciated. One little modification I did is I drilled holes in the stock. So I added my QD flush mount so I can put my slings on it. I don't like the swivel stud attachment. I don't like carrying my rifle in the back. I love to have it in front of me on the ready in case something happens. So here's the main thing about this rifle, why it took me so long to actually make this video. I bought this rifle in July last year, and today is July the following year. And the problem I had, which was a big problem, was the rifle wasn't accurate at all. At 100 yards, my groups were 2.5, 3-inch size group. So when you have a 3-inch group size, something is definitely wrong. Whether it's, you know, the rifle not sitting properly in the stock, the rings moving, something was not right. And I did all the tests that I could do. I couldn't find an issue. I tried various type of scope rings. So I have multiple. I used Tally. I used various brand. It wasn't that. And at some point, I sent the rifle back. I'm in Canada, right? Christensen Arms doesn't have shop in Canada, so I bought the rifle through one of their authorized dealer, and I sent back in October. And what they had done to the rifle, they bedded the rifle. So that was in January. So they bedded it and they shrunk the group to 0.8 group size, which is way better than what it was originally, so that's good. However, when they spoke with Christensen Arms weren't happy with the size of those groups, so they wanted to put a new barrel on it. And so I agreed to that, and then I heard nothing. 6 months later, in June last month, I called them back. I said, hey, what's going on? And then they told me, and it's not Christensen Arms' fault. They've been bought by a new company, and now the problem is between US and Canada laws and regulation for importing, exporting firearms. So that's why I have a barrel sitting on the other side of the customs. And so I asked them to just send me back the rifle as it is, you know, 0.8 group I'll manage. And when they receive the new barrel, well, they can just send me over and I'll figure out how to install it. And this is where we are right now with this rifle. I actually haven't tried it since I received it. I'm gonna do that this weekend. Maybe, or next weekend, I don't know, to confirm that the groups are actually, you know, 0.8 inch group. If it is under an MOA, then I'm fine, you know, I'll be hunting with it. I certainly won't be doing any sharpshooting competition, but for hunting purposes, I think it's going to be okay. Of course, I still hope that I can shrink up those groups. You know, I have rifles that are quarter, half MOA capable, and having a, you know, 0.8, it's okay. It's not great, but it's okay. And so if I can improve on that, and I'm actually quite happy that Christensen Arms are willing to provide a new barrel for it, even though their warranty policy is under one MOA, which apparently now is. So it's good. It's good. So yeah, that's it. Super excited to put this rifle to the test this season. I'm gonna go confirm those group size. So the total current weight right now is about 6.7, you know, with the rings on it, which in my book is pretty good. You know, it's short, 20-inch barrel, easier to move through the wood than a 24, 26-inch barrel, right? So that's it. That's my big game hunting rifle. And by the way, Christensen Arms is no longer making 6.8 Western in the Mesa FFT at least. I don't know about the other model that they have, but for the Mesa FFT on their website, they removed the 6.8 Western from their listing. I don't know what that means, but that's sad because I really love the 6.8 Western. So voila, let me know what you think. Tell me about your lightweight ultimate big game hunting. Maybe you are going to give me new ideas that I can try out. And yeah, so have fun out there, be safe out there, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.